Okay, Jesse, here we're working on, here's a quick review before we take a look at your serves. Number one, tossing arm a little bit more sideways, turn a little more sideways so your tossing arm is more parallel to the baseline. Number two, when the toss is up, really get that big knee bend, load up, so that you can hit the ball as hard as you can. You just kind of let it go. Don't think about the serve, think about hitting it hard. Number three, keeping your left foot back. We talked about that. So you're not opening up too quick and landing big on your right foot. And then the last one is this latest one, is a little bit more backhand grip. And this will absolutely, it's a game changer. And it's the final step so that you can now start using your serve as a weapon. I'm going to play these. One's a T serve and one's the wide serve. We'll do it again so you can take a look at it. And then we'll go slow motion. And we'll do one more slow motion. So you can look at the other screen. Okay, so let's take a look at this, and my whole point here is I'm going to give you a break because you were really tired. You weren't at peak performance, but you weren't really jumping at it just because you were pretty fatigued. But the only difference you're doing here, everything's exactly the same. Big things here are, we talked about that karate chop, the hammer, whatever you call it. But that is the difference in your racket is, that's it. As you can see, your edges are pretty much pointing to the net or to the back fence. That's huge because now you can actually pronate or hit out and flatten. The one on the left is obviously wider, is going wide versus the one on the right because you start flattening out. And as you can see, that's the only difference, your racket angle for wide versus flat, because your toss is in the exact same spot. Okay? So that is huge. So you can't read your toss. No one can read your toss. A little more turn will let your racket and arm go because you have somewhere to go. If you stay sideways, think of staying sideways, keeping your left foot back, because as you can see, both of your hips and your shoulders are almost square to the net. In past, usually there's a little bit of an angle. You're a little bit more sideways. Your left shoulder's back or your left foot's back. But at impact, you're bringing over. So you really don't have, you've lost power, believe it or not, even though you were crushing your serve. Because that pronation of your wrist to flatten out right there generates a lot more racket head speed. Now I'm looking at the one on the right. But that's it. Everything looks great, and we just got to focus on that. So now it's just a matter of reps, picking and choosing where you want to hit the ball relative to the court. And as you can see, where they both land, the one on the left, I mean, that's basically an ace serve. That's what we talk about. It's short and wide, whereas the one on the right is your T serve, and you want to go fast, flat, and on the tee. And that looks really, really good.